ndi bahereza baruhanga kandi nabo bari akaciko nuko kamwe akofite bekanisa ekiterane eki bargayo no kweta abantu bona kurwa mu nsondi nazensi kugira ngo bize bezumbere umurtera noru okubarize tuko baragarceyo
nyenda kutwara umugisha okusima ruhanga kandi no kusima umutekateki w'ekiterane eki omukundwa pastor Rwabogo Museveni okutekateka ekiterane kya light up ankore kugira ngo habase ko bahokufukura amaziba ga revival ntwikiriza ngo revival naija kuba eyamane omuri ankore
ekiterane eki umutwe gwayo ni okuhunduza amaziba ga revival ga bintu myaka 30 kugira ngo twagagarura busa rebuilding the wells of revival izabireho. So sima mukama bukugira ngo it is a unifying factor.
And now we're here in Barara preparing for Light Up Ankole for Jesus. We invite you. It's going to be a big event in honor of our Lord Jesus. We invite you to tell everybody, Christian, non-Christian, to come and see the move of God in Ankole.
We thank God that we are coming here from the 14th to the 18th for missions, Light Up Ankole. Please come and see the move of God in Ankole. We are excited to see you all. Call your neighbor, call your auntie, bring your grandmother. Your life will never be the same.
Tusima ruhanga bwo mugisha gwa Light Up Ankole conference kandi ntwikereza Kristo akagere edinemwe ntwikereza ngo iki nkice cya revival nza kuturetera twakwatagana twena mukama yahimso nyenda kwaniriza buri omwe conference ege netandike 2014 okusi 18 okwezi kwa katano nyabura botaka buraho guno mushagwitu kankole.
We are welcoming you all mwena abanyambarira ntubeta aharutera noru or advertising ntubashabira kandi ntwikiriza ngo muja kwija aho portera noru n'urwanyu n'urwabo rumuntu wenda
tuyinortera noru kwenda kubaho ibiro by'ukwezi 12 no kuzi 18 muri Mbarara Arboma grounds ikigendero cy'irwetesa urtera noru neja kuba harmu okushaba okwegesa okwetesa no kugarukanisa abantu kuba abantu kubarugarukana hamwe bashabira hamwe
in Light Up Ankole region eri kuza kutandika 2014 kusitya 2018 muni nyenda kweta abaturikize mwena abakutireba ngo muje mu riterano muje twegere hamwe muje tushabe tufukure hamwe amaziba ga revival we digging wells of revival ningashe okufukura amaziba ga revival ningushaba ngo kutureba kandi kutura utakafiro riterano roje muje twatanise hamwe twebumugisha hamwe
tekateka nungi yo kuburira ekigambo cya Ruhanga ngabibiri kuri kutugambira ngo mbanze musheru kamabwarhanga no kushirira rero ibindi bibona mwije byongero mbonyenda kusima Ruhanga munonga wa Pastor Patience Rwabugo nakakiko cye okutekateka aharunkore orkungana kuza kugira uruba kweta Light Up Ankole nyenda kumusima munonga nakakiko kabo mukama perezo mugisha
ahabwa Gntv Agarikwotsya ndikirinto nahabwe umurembo rwambara
Taza mu rurembo rwa Kampala erizoba nabwo abashubuzi bagumiza mu nakesharingo kabo kandi abebembezi babo babashaba boni izobe ryanjakare okurengo bakinjira kimwe na naba babasa kwigurera izoba obwe baba bari no betekateka okuvuga no mwebembezi yango istanserka kuta Museveni izobe ryanjakare okugira ngo bunde akagonjura inshonga zabo katubire
naba bagusobola gubanyigiriza waliwo ebintu ebimu bebalese nga government nga tebabi nga basose tunyonyola iflizi chechi ate ne bandi nyonyodde tebaze ku ground kubanga babikolereri mu office wano tebatuukawo batandika okwata abantu kubanga nange kenyina ayogera bali bankuteko awo ku William nga netise ebintu bambuzo ina if irisiti gye bali bambuza sigimanyi nagendo bagamba nti ebintu byendina sibibye ne bagamba wetaga okuba ne irisiti omusirikale n'atandika okunkwata tayi nambuza irisiti nali sigimanyi nangamba ntwala oguze ebintu nengamba ebintu byange nze byange mbyeretedde okuva ku kampani ate kampani gyembijjeeko yali esasula kale omusolo nga newe mbitwala era nsasula omusolo kati nga nebuuza lwaki ate gavumenti ebe eyagala otwala ddabo okutwala omusolo okuva mu bantu okuva ku gundi naye ekizibu kyonna kyonna ekirese bino byonna ye iflizi risiti
eyongeza ate emisolo emirala okweyongera otunyigiriza kati tetukyalina kantu konna ketujja ku bintu bye tutunda tuli ng'abapakasi tukola naye nga tetulina kyetufuna kati ndi wano nga ndinda bwe baba gavumenti bwe beteeseza n'abasuubuzi ne bagulawo subure nzireyo ewaffe ndabe kyenina okuzaako naye ng'ebintu byonna ekongo tewakyali bakonga bagula ebintu ewaffe kogamba ebintu by'obusuubuzi gavumenti bitunyigiriza nnyo tetukyalina kyetulina okukola kati lwakuba tetulina gye tulaga
ebintu abijja direct mu kukolera ate nga tawa musolo ate nze nensuubula ku ye ate nga naye atunda kamu kamu kati nze olwo asasula lenti n'emisolo mba wendi oba mba ngenda kugwa ekyokubiri omusolo ogwo bwe kubanga ogambye nti 18% okugijja ku kintu bannange kiba kinene oyinza ogenda mu supermarket n'ogula ice cream wa sente mmeka kale katugeraageranye ow'akasente akatonotono okugeza oba 5,000 ng'aliko 18% wa 2,000 nga supermarket bwebanga esasula obukadde oba 2 nga lenti mu mbeera eno katusooke tugumiikirizeeko bannaffe abakulu abatusingako babeere ne solution ku kyabasuubuzi kubanga obusuubuzi bwo busebengeredde bugwa kati abakongo abali bajja wano ku 100 twasigazaako 2 abasudan tetukyalina yadde n'omu kati baabo n'abanyarwanda kati abantu abava Kisoroka balewo abatandise kudda Rwanda nga gye basuubula ne baleeta ebintu babitunde eno wafudde
akyali eye mabega tannamanya bakitugaddewo amaduuka bo bagamba si musolo yes ifriz si musolo wabula nkola eyitibwamu kuŋŋaanya omusolo obwiki ifriz eno bwejja ejjirako 18% 18% eyo kiteeza bwenajja naye ngenda kukwongeza olwedde oguba gufuse buki musolo bwenakwongeza ekintu obona kumaiza tukyasobola kigula olwaleero tutunulira sukaali okugeza sukaali akolebwa wano mu ggwanga lyaffe naye edde nnyo bakadde baffe batugamba sukaali yagula kilo nusu 10 waliwo mulaba sukaali gyali 15 atazirina tokukyanywa kaki kasukaali so naawe ali mukyalo eyo olaba n'ab'ebirimi baggaddewo si ffe kikubo ffekka bamakanika baggaddewo abasipeeya kitegeeza kino ekintu kiri jeno ojja kutuuka olabe nga nowa takisi olwaira akyalemeddeko nti ayagala ajja akole nga naye atwegasseeko ovuiki tubadde tusaba ffe ng'abasuubuzi oba njogera ng'abasuubuzi omukulembeze w'eggwanga wamu ne paliamenti bantunudde muteeka eryo libagamba nti bo baali baaliisa olwaliro bagamba nti omuntu alina okugenda ku ifurizi yatunda emitwalo 4 buli nnaku naye weebuze ku mitwalo 4 gy'okola buli nnaku kubako amagoba ga ssente mmeka
twagala okwebaza abasuubuzi kino bulijjo kyetubadde nga twagala kyetubadde nga tubagamba nti tuyina amaanyi era ne gavumenti emanyi nti tuyina amaanyi agasobola okwerwanako twagala okubebaza abatookeza kipiira kyonna abatalaze embeera yonna naye obulumi bwaffe nga bwa kisumuluzo kugalawo dduuka lyo kudda waka olunaku olwaleero lwakuna kubanga twatandika sitwaga eno ng'ennaku z'omwezi 8 netugiddamu ng'ennaku z'omwezi 15 eno nebeera nga kirayimakisi y'okwekalakaasa oba y'okulaga obutali bumativu olunaku lw'eggulo batutegezezza officially president yaise meeting ey'abasuubuzi abagenda okulipresentinga bannaabwe olunaku lwa Friday essaawa 4 mu State House nga tugenda okwogera ku nsonga ezituluma era n'okulaba zisaliddwa zitya eddagala ensonga ya ifrizi n'emisolo emingi ekirungi ekiriwo nti minisita wa finance agiwagira ali ku saidi yaffe tuggulawo amaduuka oba tusigala nga tukyaggaddwa meeting eyo wadde batusabye abantu batono naye twagala abasuubuzi mubeerewo mukole statement ffe ng'abakulembeze tukulembera mu bukulembezi naye sitwagaddewo maduuka gaffe gokka naye amaduuka gonna gaggaddwawo agali mu Uganda yonna. So twagala mujje tusayire wamu entotto. Ffe ng'abakulembeze abalaba ewala kye tulaba nti ddala ekituufu gavumenti yakkiriza nti ddala tunyigirizibwa.
Za asimu abwa Gntv Agarikwotsya.
Omnyishenjero Mathias Mpuga nawe yarugayo yayongera kujumirira ab'ekitongole ekikora by'emishoro ekya Uganda Revenue Authority na n'ekitongole ky'ebyesente ngu boolekere ekintu kiri kushwazana kuremwa kugonjora enshonga z'abashubuzi bari omu rurembo rwa Kampala nangwana n'abashubuzi abari omu district zona omu ihanga rya Uganda yagira ngu baba batakikozire eki nikyoreka okushwazana kandi nikimwe kirikworeka ngu bonka ebitongole ebyo baremerwa emirimo yaabo. Katubirebe.
Speaker. Honorable Speaker, a year ago, I presented to the country the better model of allocating resources to government entities. And I implored the Parliament that we needed to get into an arrangement where we vote for an entity money depending on the jobs they are going to create. And apparently, if you ask the Minister of Finance, who also does planning, to inform Parliament how many jobs were created in the last financial year, I'm very sure they wouldn't have that information. To submit to Parliament how many jobs were lost, so that we have a comparative analysis of jobs gained and lost, then you do know why we are where we are. In other jurisdictions that are better democracies, governments fall because of jobs created and jobs lost. Here we do not care because that's not the matter. It depends on how much energy you have. Right, Honourable Speaker, URA submitted to Parliament in this budget process is policy statement. And they are reporting that actually they are going to register a decline of revenue growth. Even during COVID, we had a trajectory of growth of 9%. They are projecting a decline of almost 4% in this period. And when you follow what's happening in that entity, there's a huge job turnover. So many senior employees are leaving, and nobody explains why. I beg your pardon, Honourable Speaker. And then we are seeing that URA has turned into a target entity. They are preoccupied with their targets, not a facilitator of stability, of growth of the country. You see, when you are preoccupied with the target, you lose sight of who are you targeting. They don't care as long as they collect money from you and you close and they get their target. Where they'll get money next year, it's not a matter. Right, Honourable Speaker, we need to interest ourselves in how URA operates. And right now, right, Honourable Speaker, the Finance Committee is considering tax bills. The Minister of Finance is reporting to Parliament that they will give their views on the view that the threshold of VAT should change and the percentage in 2 weeks' time. Is Parliament going to work backwards? When we are beginning the debate on the reports of committees, I advised that we needed the Finance Committee to report urgently on the revenue side of their report, so that we are able to do the final budget aware of the resource envelope. So now what will happen to the reports from the Finance Committee on the tax bills if the Minister or the Minister of Finance is thinking about revisiting VAT threshold and the percentage? There are issues, Honourable Speaker, and I think the supervision of URA is a bit lax. The planning is not consistent, because in the medium term, what did the Minister of Finance plan to achieve in terms of tax revenue growth? Second, Honourable Speaker, as Uganda, are we a manufacturing country or a net importer? If we are really net importers, that I know. Concluding, Honourable Speaker, we are net importers. If you look at our revenue base, we are not manufacturers as a nation. We are just trying to grow manufacturing through import substitution. So if we don't facilitate the importers that are holding and babysitting and midwifing this economy, we're in their straits. So the Ministry of Finance must supervise URA consistently to rhyme with the medium-term plan of revenue generation and growth. Otherwise, URA and finance seems to be at cross purpose in their targets. And the suffering person is the trader, the business person, is the common man, because they have different targets. They have a plan, URA has their own plan, which is just a target of revenue. And it's a problem. Right, Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Finance should tell us finally, what are we going to do with the tax bills before Parliament, now that they have a view of revisiting the threshold of VAT from 150 million to another figure, and then the percentage from 18 to another figure. Is that coming, or you gave the traders some bruff to calm down the pressure?
Za asimukajis ahawa Gntv Agarikwotsya.
Abebembezi b'ishomero rya Nyabushabi Primary School herukushangwa mugomboro ya Cyanamira Markabari bargayo bashaba government okubatasya kandi ekabayamba ahanshonga stars zimwe na zimwe kandi mugevyo okubombekera ebibina by'ishomero nibajangwa bwa hati ebine biruho byo nakurire kimwe gukandi nangwa tibiro kumara na nabijabaro reka tubire.
Mukuru w'ishomero erukumanywa nkerya Nyabushabi Primary School erukushangwa mugomboro ya Cyanamira erukushangwa mu district ne ya Kabare Alex Biryo Meisha yarageno kuhamya kubwa hatiya ishomereryo ntiryenda government bayambeho ahabwo kuba eberasi byabahabe hamwe kirasi cya gatano nangwa n'icya mukaga hona kikarga y'ikizimbe cyo cyagwa kandi obwa hatiya tubine ho kushomeseza abana ibo kushanga ngo iki kireseraho obuhinza mutuma nangwa n'uburemezi omukushomesa abana nangwa no kwika.
On 21st of March 2024 a strong wind passed by and blew off the roof of a 3 classroom block, and we had to improvise so that the classes that were accommodated in the block could get where to study from. We had a hall which we are using as our chapel that we had to petition, and 2 classes are being accommodated in that particular formal.
Ivyona nibyijeho bwa nyuma y'ikirasi cy'akana n'icya gatano okurgayo bikatwarwa umuyaga gwarje gukahinda ahabire byo kwezi abiri na cyo byo kwezi kwa kashatu umwaka ugwenyino ogwemebera abirnena kandi hona aha mukuru w'ishomero Alex yargayo no kugira ngo bwa hatiya government ine kurgayo kandi kataho umushongezi ahabwo kuba abana tubina ho kushomera kandi nangwa n'ikirasi kibargireyo bakabatekamo ubwa hatiya tubakushoma kurunja bwo kugira ngo ebirasi bukwatine.
I believe the government needs to look at either renovating or putting up new structures. When you look at most of these structures that are usually blown off or that get issues, they are usually sometimes, most times, they are old structures. And when they are old, with the wind, the change in climate and all that, you find it's very, very difficult for the old structures to withstand the kind of wind or maybe changes that are coming along. So my appeal would be that if the government can put up new structures or do renovations, that would be okay.
Ishomereri rikatandika ho mwaka gwo 2023 rukutandikwaho ekanisa kandi hona ishomero ritiwirende teganisubwa ahabwe bizimbe bitakumara kandi nangwa nebiri mu mbera mbi aho kugira ngo bakavyombe ko myaka y'inyuma nkayo 2025 kandi kurwobwo na hati government tekageraga cyera abakorire aho kugira ngo bundi ekabatera ibizimbe bisya ningash egera obuhwezi bwo n'ubuyabahereza okombeke bizimbe bisya. Hono buremezo burje no futeganisa ishomerero kandi hona kuyihekizimbe cye nikigwa omukwezi kwa kashatu obwa hati yabeji abecya mukaga nangwa n'icya gatano batwire bino buremezo buhango omukushoma ecyaretira abeji aba babakwata bakabateka omu kizimbe kimwe kandi bakakwata amabati bakagatanusamu okugira ngo gakatanura ikizimbe ki kandi kigerebera sivili ekirohonje leta y'obuhinza mutuma abana nangwa no kushoma kwe. Amose naturinda honogu orchaman wakachiko akabazire n'abashomesa akishomero ningashi parent teacher association ningashi PTA hona yargayo no kwereka ngo bwahatiya imbere yabeje nimbe munonga bo kugira ngo tubine hantu ho kushomera kandi yargayo no kugira ngo no bahabe hatine beje batunjiro buta obwekizimbe cyagwa nkonko bwahati government ine kurgaye kabayamba ahabo ko bebintu nabo byabo go mungaro
ireho umuyaga gukija guri mwinji nko mwareba ikirasi citu ca agenda konka kimwe ekindateka ngo kikakireta n'umuyaga gukaba mu konka n'ibizimbe bikuzire ahabwo kuba n'ibyakari mwene twobire turashaba government muko kweriyo eri kutekatekaho no kugira ebi yatkorera nangwa n'ikirasi cyaba kirabasika naco bije bakitukorera
Moses Bwenge ogori district education officer ningashoro kuri by'ubwegezi ahabwa district yakabare honabo yarage no kugira ngo imbere ryo najimanya yishomereri room kandi yarage no kubashaba kuba bagumisirizoho ahubwo ko bataraho sente z'ikigwerezi mangu eze government arikugaye no kuhereza ngo bine kulavara umitendera etari yemwenemo.
We are aware the school or a building was blown off by wind and it was almost destroyed, and we didn't have emergent resources to rush to the school and intervene. So we have only requested, because that building was constructed by parents, it had no beam, so we have requested the parents to mobilize resources and have the beam in place. Then as a district, we are planning to, in this coming financial year, to procure iron sheets so that we also supplement on the efforts of
Wenge yargaye no kugira ngo shayona kubarabe bahibwe sente ho nishomereryo niryijagar kwa ryombe kwe kurungi kandi aratebekane yargaye no kugira ngo bine kugumisaraza.
Of course, the budgets at the district level, most of it are conditional grants. We receive conditional grants. So the grants we receive are conditioned for specific activities, which we cannot divert. So that is why we don't. Sometimes, like this coming financial, we have funds coming for development of other schools, and we cannot divert those funds to, let's say, Nyabushari.
Obwahati ishomero kumankeri ya Nyabushabi primary school ryinabeji bakoshika bitano mushanju kandi hono bwahati yaba bona baromba tunga uburemeza bwo kugira ngo tubine verase nangwa nebizimbe bikumara ishomereryo okuretera abana bashoma kurungi hati nekibateganisa za simagagese ahabwa Gntv Agarikwotsya
wabare desire ikiza tumereho tujya kuba tugaruka n'icyo giti cya kabiri cy'Agarikwotsya.
This is Gntv, releasing life.
New Ways Health Limited abali kushangwa mbara enyuma ya Pelican Hotel ahachombeko cha Zakaria ground floor room number ya kashatu ebaretire mibazi eyo mulembe kandi ebakolire shande nyamulungi eya New Ways Health drink echo kunywa cyo mutano tichiri marwa tichiri mu food color kandi kiri 100% natural chikozirwe cardamom seeds, cloves, raisins, hibiscus, inanasi hamwe na rosemary. New Ways erimu ebirisa ebirukombe ko mubiri nka zinc, fiber, potassium, calcium, magnesium, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B12, iron na antioxidants kandi chamizibwe aba UNBS okumanya biri kukiraho batera hasi muzabo ezi 0 01 abirnina ningashi 0 abirnina Ruhanga
akantora abakuru muriyo turiyo murira muta mwene mukazi wako kundeba nkondi habayireho owanje bworo biremereye kwabo mushija bwabe cyo kuryamira mwene jensi ko kunde
ha ese muzeyi ndo tukatumira kusara mukazi w'urugambo kubandura nde
ayo mambe nyumwa misasire nanjire kwebuza mukazi mutayiwanje
otumonyola
mwamisha yambe bantu barebaza kwitanira
apana muzeyi ndoto neka yawe mu rugo murwari mbararaho kazi sako ekija kuba yambebeze bukebi nibashangwa mu rembo rwa mbarara proti ya Mwenda Garage Street opposite na Easy View Complex bino buhereza bwo kubika no kuyaho sente za wabwabusha bino buhereza bwa mobile money bahereza float na cash kandi nibahereza loan abantu bona nka school fees loan business loan zo gura boda loan zo gura mataka amwe neza abahinje n'abarisa kwenda kumanyebe kucara hotela zuro mushanzu 535 cenda na mushanju mbararaho kasako twatere hamwe okwetunguro mbientasi
kura kaunto biko kuzera
kabasekwana kavugana hona kandi akakiiko akakuru aka office ya Justice and Constitutional Affairs okuganira aha nshonga zitari zimwe na zimwe katurebe uko bigenzera
akashishikari izoba akakiiko akakumanya nkaka Parliamentary Public Accounts Committee kabuganaho n'abakugu okuruga omu kitongore ekiri kumanywa nk'ekyo by'oburamuzi nangwa n'engendero y'ihanga ningashi Justice and Constitutional Affairs okubasa kugira ngu bakaje bahajanaho kandi barebe nahabwaki a report yargereyo y'omubaririzi w'ihanga ningashi ya Auditor General yayerekere ngu bakahebwa sente nyamwingi bithi twarargereyo no kukora akakiiko akarikumanya nkaka Constitutional Review Board.
Madam has failed to establish the Constitutional Review Commission because the funds were availed, and then the minister will come in either to defend or accept what we are saying. Because as the accounting officer, you will not put this activity in your Ministry of Policy statement. The challenges we are facing, I am telling you.
Honorable colleagues, the issue of the Constitutional Review Commission is very important.
It's just on record, yet he will not that. Because he said, he said that he is going to do, he will undertake everything in a timely manner. Timely manner. Now, the issue of Constitutional Review Commission is not among the timely manner, but it's not among the things that's giving attention. There are so many things here, but this one is very key for both sides. So, Mr. Accounting Officer, and you will hear me saying that. Please.
Accounting Officer, kindly take note of that.
With due respect to the accounting officer, is really dodging the question. When we are saying we are in the it's the same like saying we are in the process, which the Honorable Sarah was then raised earlier. The answer you have given is also like we are in the process. We would like to be specific that we have done because what is cabinet doing.
Madam Chair,
because this is what is cabinet doing that you have said that we are in consultation with cabinet or something like that. I'm not understanding. Be very specific, and we know the process that we are taking, and we know maybe we have dates within which to say that the Constitutional Review Commission will be set up by this time, and these are the budgets that we shall output. But please.
Mu kuganiraho nongero abari kushitama akakiiko akarikumanya nkaka Public Accounts Committee bazere bataringa rwankwene kandi hono rugaruka kajwekera abantu bakashare y'amatemba yarge no kugira ngo ikintu kishwazana okureba ngo abantu bakahebwa sente nyamwingi konka tubararije no kutekaho akakiiko akarakujunanizwa nshonga zitarazimwe na zimwe cyakugira ngo honeki nicyo habizuba ibikuretera nangwa ekitongole ekyo ningashi ministry ekyo yatunga ebizibu bitari bimwe nabo abo kugira ngo netine bantu bakubana bagire ebuza
irizoba twantureba tuvugana ministry rero kukwata aha by'amateka ibihanga hamwe na constitution irukurwa honorable Norbert Mau
kimwanshonga zitwareba ni okuteka akakiiko mu nkora ako kuhindura ibyo biri kwetagisa kuhindura mu constitution na muno twaba ntuyerura obwire bwo kutera akarugo hari kuba byetaga kuhindurwa for example ka qualifications ba kansara district chairpersons hamwe n'abamemba nangwa na president nicyo kwetagisa mbwenu umwaka gwe 2023 itekeri akakikwaka tubakabahe sente zo kukahindura zo kukakora tukategwa n'umwaka yesente turiyo tutambuza tubakakatireho kandi turiyo tuyurura ubururu so nkiba nkimanyisa ngo kaba katatirweho esente ezo zigaruzirwa yo ministry zitakoze siwe mwene tweguze kibaremise niki esente katwaza bahire kandi baba batakatireho kantumangujene kikosa imirimo ya gavumenti hamwe na n'ibyo kuba byatagisa kuhindura constitution byakererwa ubundi kanubasa kugira okubyakosa umbyo kutebekana soburu mbwene kibaremise nenki ngiye guza turiyo tubaguze.
Honorable Namuga urucyamana w'akakiko aka Public Accounts Committee honawe yargaye no kwereka ubutashomerwa bweye ari kugira ngo ministry tekoze ikintu cy'urungi okubasa kuteka akakiko kandi yargaye no kugira ngo bwa hatiya permanent secretary ariho nagezaho kuhozaho ministry okugira ngo babategerize ngo babagambere bateke hakakiko
ekisoka bintu bingi byetwagala okukyusa mu ssemateeka w'eggwanga okuviira ddala kwani alonda akakiiko k'okulonda gana amagye okujja mu byobufuzi amagye mu paalamenti okukendeeza sayizi ya paalamenti n'ekyannaku nnyo nti constitutional review commission teriiwo byonna sente bazifuna naye za constitutional review commission tebasobola giteekawo ebeerewo esobole okukola buli oba lwisawo okuteekawo akakiiko kano kitegeeza nti zino amabago getwagala oba amateeka getwagala gakyusibwe mugajja kulwawo olw'ensonga nti tolina akakiiko kanaatula mu nsonga zino so ministry neteekwa okukola kyonna ekisoboka okulaba nti constitutional review commission eteekebwawo okusobola okutunamu amendments oba enkyukakyuka oba okukola ennongosereza mu ssemateeka w'eggwanga.
Ronald aba Gntv Agarikwotsya
Sero herukuru kumanya kare ya industry hub kurgo mu Karamoja yabasakwa narijweka abeje barukurengo mu rukumi kandi hamkoro gugwari bwabe bembezi bataroma na bamwe bashaba abantu hakutura mndonga bo mu Karamoja okurengo bakoresa kurunji obukugu nane mushomero nayi batunzira habijabo bacyanco kirije kwanzi bayamba kutungura byanga byabo nangwa no kwatara no muyanga ya Uganda lyona katubye
eminyeto kurgo mcyange cya Karamoja hona bargaye no kushabwa kwabasa korgayo kandi batyo bakakwatara hamwe bakakosa obukugu bwono barga kutungo mu mashomo gabo kandi baketungura kandi nangwa n'icanga cyabo bakakitungura bakakurakurana nangwa kandi ukashanga ubundi nabo batakiruboro nangwa n'icanga cyabo cyargaye cyatanga kuranganwa kitachigambwa kuna boro bonka.
So go and work hard, continue to love your country, go to